Hello guys, Tobi here from Yieldlabs. Thank you for joining me today. Something a little bit different. What I want to do is go over Bank to the Future. If you've seen our latest video where we interviewed Dan Howitt from BNKtothefuture, you might be asking yourselves, what is Bank to the Future? Now for those of you who already know, congratulations on getting involved in very early investment on a really promising crypto company. But for now, for those people who don't know what Bank to the Future is, Bank to the Future is basically a global online investment platform that allows qualifying investors to invest in financial innovation, so fintech, crypto companies, and other alternative financial products. If you have a look at the homepage here, you'll see that they've got Exodus, they've got Telegram, Coinbase, Kraken, Bitfinex, BitPay, Shapeshift. Now, if you've had any sort of exposure over the last few years to the cryptocurrency ecosystem, then you'll be probably very familiar with quite a few of these names. And what they have done is used Bank to the Future kind of like a launch pad and allowed investors to invest really early into the company for an opportunity to own a little piece of that business. Now, your country of residence and your jurisdiction will greatly determine how much involvement you can have on Bank to the Future and what you can invest in and when you can invest and so on. For me personally, I'm in the UK and your situation may be different to mine and you're going to have to do some of your own research on this. Now, if you hop on over to Bank to the Future to the terms and conditions page, you will be able to see yourself what it means to be an accredited investor, what accredited investor status is, representations you're making, and some overview on what it means to be a US accredited investor, qualification for the Cayman Islands, and some information on why there is a maximum of 99 investors allowed for most of the pitches that you will see on Bank to the Future. Also, you can head over to the Fresh Desk, which is their sort of wiki, if you like, and you can have a look at this page here, which tells you who can use Bank to the Future and which parts of the which parts of the service they can use. So you can see here that a US verified and fully certified investor can register. They can invest in pitches. They can invest in 506B and 506C pitches. They can not deposit funds. They can withdraw funds. You know, there's like a lot of stuff going on for the US guys, and I honestly feel for you guys a little bit. Non-US fully certified investors pretty much got the whole shebang there. You can do everything that the platform has to offer. Do your due diligence, guys. Make sure that you understand what you're doing. Make sure you understand that your capital is at risk. Make sure that you understand the companies that you're investing in, and that you are happy to proceed with said investments. As I mentioned, what made me want to do this short video is that we had a lot of questions about Bank to the Future, what it is, what it looks like, what the platform entails. These were all coming off the back of our recent video with Dan Howitt from recap.io. It's a platform that integrates with many wallet APIs and many exchanges and works out your tax liabilities for you. Now, we obviously think that this is quite important in this space, and we did all analyze the company as much as we could, and we spoke to Dan, one of the founders, and made sure that we were very clued up with everything that we wanted to know before we took an investment stance. So yeah, back to the Future. A lot of questions about who it is, what it is, why you would use this platform, what you can use this platform for. I'm going to just log in briefly. As you log into Bank to the Future, once you are certified and verified, you will see that you have a homepage, and you have an account, a portfolio, funds, and so on. Now, we will take a look at all of this, but first I just want to go into the different account types. If you are just a member, you'll see that you have access to all of the funds and everything that the platform has to offer. Now, if you actually hold some of the Bank to the Future tokens, 10,000 is the requirement for this, you'll become a premium member and you will have 48-hour priority access to any upcoming listings or deals that they have on the platform. Also, 50% discounted trading fees on the secondary market, which is really, really valuable. Now, if you want to go a step further and be a Premium Plus member, this also adds 1% Bank to the Future tokens back when investing on Bank to the Future primary market. Now, this could be really big and beneficial if you are going to be investing on this platform a lot, or if you're going to be investing significant amounts of capital into the platform, or, into companies that are pitching on the platform. Now, from the homepage, we can hop on over to our products and start investing. So if we move over to here, we will be able to take a look at the most recent pitches that Bank to the Future offered. As I mentioned earlier, there's some really crypto industry titans in here: Celsius Network, Kraken, Bitfinex, Bitstamp, Shapeshift, and so on. You know, if you've had exposure to crypto over the last few years, you know about these companies. Special interest, perhaps to a few of us, is Celsius Network. So I'm going to be careful about what I show you in here. I'm not going to go down drilling into any of these investor pages or anything, but I just do want you to be able to see what this platform looks like when you use it. So when a pitch goes live, you'll obviously have a ticker here, the amount that they want to raise and how much in total so far that they have raised. You'll obviously see the time remaining. You know, they set an amount of time in which they want to raise this capital. The amount of investors in the pitch, 1,039. Not a huge amount. And then down here, you will see some information in detail about Celsius Network, what it's trying to achieve, and then obviously a lot of disclaimers and risk warnings at the bottom too. All of this information is basically part of your due diligence. You will be able to talk with other investors too, and then there will be an investor page where you can choose to have a little thumbnail of your face if that's something that floats your boat a little bit. But basically, yeah, once you get involved in this, you will be able to take a little slice of that pie. Now, once you've done this, I think that the default is after 12 months, you will then be able to trade, even though they're not listed or they haven't IPO'd or whatever. After 12 months has passed, after the initial funding round, they will be listed on the Bank to the Future secondary market. Now, this is where you can trade on the secondary market shares that you have bought previously into a company. So, for example, I could now go into Bitfinex or I could go into Kraken and I could trade, buy shares from other people who were fortunate enough to get into the earlier rounds. You can see there's an order book and I can choose at which price and for how much I would like to buy. I'm not going to do that today. I did just want to show you that this is something that is available on this platform and not a lot of people are perhaps aware of that. So if we head back on over to the homepage, a few more things that I would like to show you about here is the portfolio section. Now, the portfolio section will show you your current live investments and investments that have been completed and closed off. For example, as we spoke most recently, I invested in recap.io after our chat with Daniel Howitt and using the platform myself in the past. You'll see also that I've invested in FV Bank. That was a Series A pitch that I thought was really, really promising too. And if we go over to here, you will see where I invested into the Celsius Network funding round also. It will give you your amount of shares and the nominal value of your holdings. You will be able to here download your share certificates and your investor documents and so on and so forth. The next thing that I guess we could talk about is the KYC. The KYC is fairly stringent in Bank to the Future. It's important that you make sure that you have submitted all of your documents. I believe it can take several weeks for the verification process to be completed. So if there is something that's, perhaps on your mind that you would like to invest in. For example, Celsius have been touting that they will be doing a second round. You might want to get moving with this registration now, because it's not something that you can do in a day. Let's have a little look at the funds page. So this is essentially your crypto wallet on Bank to the Future. If you want to invest in pitches, then you will need to send funds over to your Bank to the Future wallet. This is the same as any other cryptocurrency transfer. You transfer funds from your MetaMask or from your exchange or wherever you're holding some crypto, and you transfer it over to Bank to the Future. Now, one of the key things to note here is that where it says USD, what they actually accept is USDT. So Tether is the stablecoin that they accept. You can also deposit directly US dollars. This is not something that I have done. You can also, if you've overfunded your account a little bit, you can withdraw and so on. Again, just like any other crypto wallet, you just use it like you would. We'll also show you if you are holding Bank to the Future tokens. Again, do your own research on these. For me, it was important to have that 48-hour priority access, and it's not an enormous amount of money to acquire those 10,000 tokens required for that. So, moreover, if we head over to Retirement Plan B, RPB, this is one of the things that Bank to the Future has been working hard on recently. Basically, it is a series of webinars, guides, tutorials that can be used to help you structure or to take a more technological and futuristic approach to structuring your retirement plan. I know a lot of people are still paying into their 401ks or their pensions, and diligently, almost because they don't know what to do otherwise. And I believe that a lot of these videos will be incredibly useful in understanding how you can make the best financial decisions possible for your future and your children and your family, and so on and so forth. So I think these are perhaps something to consider, might be very valuable to listen to what Nick Dixon has to say. He's obviously a very intelligent man. He built this platform, and I think there could be a lot of value in this. Also, really good support. There's a knowledge base here. You can send them a message. Basically, the knowledge base is a Zendesk wiki. There's a lot of video guides in here, introductions to Bank to the Future ecosystem, who qualifies, how you can pay, all of the good stuff. Again, I don't want to go into too much depth into any one part of this, as Bank to the Future actually create their own content on a lot of this stuff. But I did just want to give you a brief overview of what the platform actually looks like and how you interact with it. And that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I hope you're having a great day. I hope that you enjoyed this content, and I hope that you consider helping your financial freedom and take a look at Bank to the Future if it's something that you think would add value to your wealth management or your portfolio, cryptocurrency or traditional. Then take a look. Get on over to BNKtothefuture.com and get yourself signed up and registered. Have a great day, guys.